Hello, this is a demonstration video on a 1998 EAM Mosca ROMP-2. This machine is a great testament as to the longevity and toughness of Moscas. These machines are basically, they just go forever. And I bought 5 of these from a guy out in New Jersey. He never took care of them, never cleaned them or gave them any love, and they all work. All I do is just replace a few parts here and there. Hey, put a new heater in this one, that's a real good thing. So this machine was made in 1998. It's got an 800 millimeter by 400 millimeter arch. It's 31.5 by 15.7, 15 and a half tall. It's set for 5 millimeter strap, which is the good stuff. It's been completely cleaned. If you look at the eBay listing, you'll see that the head is completely clean and lickety split. Take it all apart, clean everything with solvent, and then my hands are a little dirty from doing that. And then I lube everything, put it back together, and then adjust it, and that's the important thing. With a Mosca, it's got to be adjusted right. This machine, I joked around, I call it the Coke machine because the operator must have spilled 10 Cokes in this thing. And the Coke doesn't hurt the Mosca, it just gums up the works. So I'm sure they had a hell of a time with it. The guy, when he sold them to me, he just said, you know, I can't keep these things running, and having a Mosca tech come in was expensive, and he was in Jersey, so I wasn't going out there. So that's kind of a dumb thing, because for $1,500 you could add a Mosca tech for a day, maybe $1,700, and for what he let him go to me for was just ridiculous. So anyways, it's a good thing to get good service. I suggest a Mosca or a Mosca distributor like myself who has lots of experience. It's not brain surgery, but those little tricks keep them going nice and smooth, make them strap like they're supposed to. As I said before, this one has a brand new heater, which is about a $500 part. The heater automatically adjusts the temperature, stays right at about 470, 500 degrees. So having a nice heater is good. That lasts, I think this one was probably on the second heater, but as I was cleaning it, the wires were brittle. So 10 years out of a heater, that's normal if you have good power. If you got bad power, where somebody's turning on massive air conditioners in your neighborhood, then sometimes the heaters wear out a little quicker. I also put brand new locking swivel casters in all 4 corners. You can't see them, but they're in the eBay listing, and that's nice because then you can roll it like this. The problem I get is that the back wheels are always broke on these because people slide them because they don't swivel and roll this way. You have to like turn it and steer it. So when they slide them on concrete, it ruins the rubber, breaks it off. On P2s, they don't have cycle counters, so we make an educated guess. Based upon the condition of this machine, I'd say it probably has somewhere around 1 to 2 million cycles. The last one I did was a little baby one, and I think that one had well under a million, had a couple 100,000 on it. But it only had a little teeny arch, and in mail operations, that machine was relegated to not being used very much. But I have a customer that is a web press. They bought 3 of these from my dad in '99, and we calculated based on strap usage how many cycles. They had about 15 million cycles. They kept 2 of them. They traded 1 to me, and it still worked when I got it for trade-in, but it was giving them some problems. I figured it out after. I felt bad because we probably could have had that one still working for them. But it was a long story about why I couldn't figure it out. It was a very, very strange problem, and even Mosca couldn't help me. And the guy just said, oh, the thing's got so many cycles, just take it. So I have a picture on my phone of a P4 from Ohio that has 39 million. And I always thought my 15, 18 millions were the best. And that 39 million, and that's a P4 that's 1 model newer than this. So that's crazy. That would be like just operating 2 shifts since the day it was made. Mosca still sells, I'm looking at my notes over there, Mosca still sells just about everything that you might need. Heaters, motherboards, motor controllers. The transformer is something you can't get. I've never replaced one. I replaced my first motor controller on one just this month, and I just happened to have ordered a couple. And that was weird because 22 years, I've never changed a motor controller. Motors, yeah. Heaters and stuff like that, they're consumable. I've done like 1 PC board ever, so the P2 is just awesome. So this is your mail tray. This is the 800-400. The other mail tray size is 600-500. The 600-500, you just barely got enough room to fit it in, so you got to kind of like be more careful. With 800, 400, you can just... And I've got the clear, I like the clear embossed strap with a little bit of profile to it. These will shoot the smooth stuff, and it all depends on your postmaster. I sell all of my customers in the mailing industry and printing industry the embossed, just because the machines work better with it. The clear, it doesn't, it's like a slick, you know, it's like a car's slick instead of a tread, and you have to have the machine adjusted just right for the feed pressure. So I suggest that strap. That works out really well. This machine also has, this was the first machine to ever come out with a soft touch. My dad sold the old Moscas. He used to sell bund string tires. With bund string tires, you had to bend it up like this and then hope that it wouldn't squish your bundle. The old Moscas, and little semi-automatics, the type that you tuck the strap in, they will take your bundle and go like that. This has the soft touch, and in 1997, when these came out, real people lined up around the block for these machines. You can do a flat mailer, a stack of number 10 envelopes that's only that thick, and it won't squish your bundle, but you can adjust it so it bites in just enough so that it doesn't slide off the bundle. Getting that with string was impossible. Getting that with strap before reversible DC motors was tough. So this machine is just a great old machine. I do not suggest a P2 for a first-time user. If you've never had a Mosca, unless you've got some pretty decent mechanical ability. This guy that owned these, he never cleaned them. People ask me how to PM them. I even sent one guy a video when I PM'd one. I just put a camera on, and it's not hard. This machine had never been PM'd. We just take the grippers out, the slide plate and everything. This thing was filthy inside. But that nice layer of dust and with a little bit of oil mixed in protected all the inside, so it's all shiny and clean inside. Well, there's one more thing I like to do, almost forgot, is run it on a strap to let you see that the auto feed function works. You might, because of the frame on that, you might not be able to see it all happen. But what we do is cut the strap. What happened is when the end of the strap sucked in, the B7 sensor, which on all Moscas has to be, the B7 sensor has to be perfect. The B7 sensor doesn't work. That's the Achilles heel of a Mosca. I can't tell you how many Moscas I buy on eBay. It's like, oh, a Mosca for $1,000. I get in and the stupid B7 sensor's just stuck. All I do is free it up and away it goes. You know, and then I sell them for $3 grand, but I do spend multiple days cleaning them up, so. It's not like I instantaneously make that much money. But if the B7 sensor isn't set, then it won't, it'll just open the track up. It won't shoot the strap out. This shows you that everything's the way it's supposed to be. So at this point, what I'm going to do is go to my supply of strap and get a new one, new reel. Put the strap on the reel first and put the outer reel on and cinch it tight before you cut the retaining straps off. Can't tell you how many of my customers call me up, "You got defective strap, it's all unwound." Yeah, you cut the straps off. And once you push it in, you activate that little B7 sensor, the threading gate comes up. And then I just wind it around past the threading gate. The threading gate is like a little hook that shoots the strap up to the head, and then once it gets threaded, then the threading gate goes down out of the way. And the motherboard has a sequence, which is feed a little bit of strap to get it up to the head, then that motor runs and grabs it, then it stops, then it fills up the accumulator, then it feeds, because if it tries to feed without a full accumulator, it'll pull against the reel and it won't fill. So that's the machine. Thank you very much for viewing. Have a nice evening.